Do you have a plan of action to get your boyfriend back? When you have decided you want to get your ex-boyfriend back together with you, you should have a plan conceived so you can be successful at it. If you have not considered a plan of action, then this article may have a plan to help get you started. This plan has some psychological tricks that can give you a good chance at getting your ex-boyfriend back if used correctly. Remember that all relationships are not alike, which means you may have to tweak your plan to match yours. You can even change the game plan somewhat on the fly as your scenario changes. You can use your gut feeling also. This is a tried and true method of gauging what to do in many types of situations. So if your gut feeling is that this plan is not going to work for you, move on to something else. When you decide to make contact with your ex, you will have to adhere to some rules. Following these rules can give you your best opportunity at getting him back. Here is a list of some important points. Point 1. One important thing is to control the conversation so you can be the one that brings the conversation to an end. Point 2. You want your ex to remember and think about the positive experiences the two of you had. Point 3. Find out what it was about your relationship he did not like. Point 4. He may not be receptive of your contact messages at first, so expect it to take a while. Point 5. Make a list of the things that were good in your relationship. Point 6. Take it slow. The faster you try to push it, the more he may back off. Point 7. If you get no response from your ex from your first message, wait a few days before trying again. Again, do not push it. Point 8. Do not look desperate to get him back. When you make your first contact with your ex, make sure you do it right. If you mess up, your chances might be lost. When you first make contact, remember, you must be in control of the conversation so you can end it yourself. You do not want to make it a long conversation either. This first one is just a quick one to get a feel of his attitude. What not to do on first contact. This is not to hook up with them for a one-night stand. Do not get angry at them or argue. Do not leave him with too much to think about. Do not try to set up a meeting during this first contact. And lastly, do not expect this to be the call that gets the two of you back together. When you put together your first contact message, be confident and positive in your attitude. Do not send him a one-word text, it's too impersonal. Create a message that will have him interested or curious enough to want to respond. Be aware that he may not respond back to you. When you text your ex, you want it to be short and leave you with a positive feeling when ended. Your hope is for this conversation to be stuck in your ex's mind for days afterwards. If things went good, then you could expect to contact him again in a few days, and this time, talk a little longer. Again, you must be the one to bring the conversation to an end. If you were to get a neutral reaction from your ex, what do? You should proceed as if it was a positive response because you did not get any negative feedback. And again, be in control of the conversation. If you do get a negative impression from him, it may leave you feeling let down. You may feel as if you were wasting your time trying to get him back. Do not take this as if all hope is lost. Just give him more time to process the info by not responding to him for a couple weeks. Now let's say you got a positive response from your boyfriend. To your advantage would be if the two of you had a long relationship before the breakup. A longer relationship would give you lots of great memories to work with. If it was a short relationship, it could be a bit more challenging bringing up the good times the two have had together. This is not really a bad thing, it just means you will have to be more creative. The purpose of remembering the good times is to get your ex to think about the positive things in your relationship. Think back in your own past when something unpleasant happened. As time goes by, the bad seems to fade from memory, but you can more easily recall the good. This is what you want to do with your ex. You want to bring out the good memories he has of the two of you together. If you make contact with him correctly from the beginning, then you will have a good chance of getting your ex to remember the good about you, and you will be on your way to getting back together with him.